Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing. This is the continuing first round action of the Final Fantasy Fracas, and today we've got groups 21 and 22. In Group 21, we've got Loco, Motor, and Mayhem, and Professor of Mayhem himself, Tommy Toots, is back from his appearance in the House Cup for Rust Belt Diecast in Night Train 2, weighing 51 grams. The team patron of Big Al's Custom Diecast is sporting his classic team colors in the Slant 16 Express, rolling into the station at 62 grams. Steaming across the pond all the way from the Scottish lowlands, James Kirk. I feel like I've heard that name before. Anyways, James Kirk is the engineer for Team Scotland 18 at the controls of In Training, weighing 66 grams. Rust Belt must be hedging their bets because they've got a second driver in this one, tripped out Tommy chewing in his light shimmy, a 52-gram train guaranteed to go 200% faster due to the checkered decals. Holy cow, we've got a new start gate and you can actually see the trains. Toots and Al up front, Captain Kirk and Trip in the back. Big Al with a quick jump and despite being in the outside lane, pulls ahead on the back straight. The Tommies now up to speed and they're all single file. Big Al slides out of Echo Base and flips a 180. Toots and Trip staying right with him. Toots tries the outside and gets stuffed. Big Al gets loose, but takes the win, followed by Tommy Toots, tripped out Tommy, and James Kirk. I thought Big Al's initial start indicated he'd run away with this one, but he did have a few instances of the wibbly wobblies. The blue trains go 1 and 2, but shockingly smooth for a group of 4 locomotives. So this won't be the final setup for the start gate, but dang if it doesn't look a million times better. James and Toots race each other out of the gate, and once again the outside lane gets in front. Big Al follows Toots around turn 2 to gain position on James. Al slingshots past Toots in the S in one of the ballsiest passes we've yet to see on this track. I don't know how he didn't wreck himself in Toots, but Big Al flies to back-to-back wins. Tommy Toots finishes second once again, Trip takes third, and it looks like James has come off track to stop on Logo Row. If Big Al looked strong on lap 1, he was outstanding on lap 2. Starting from the back outside, he quickly drives to second and in a feat of amazing trainsmanship, rides the outside of the Echo Base turn to fly inside Tommy at just the right moment, otherwise he surely would have rolled himself. Big Al establishing big dominance at the midway point. TOT assumes the pole for lap 3. He and James really need a solid lap here. Trip blasts out of the gate, Big Al hot on his heels. Trip leads him down the coroplast and slides on his side through Echo Base, gets back on his wheels and takes a hit from Big Al, who gets inside and makes the pass as they enter the square. Tripped out Tommy wrecks in turn 6, and Big Al will coast to his 3rd consecutive lap victory. Tommy Toots will amazingly take second again despite significantly trailing the lead pair. James Kirk's tournament will come to a quick end as he logs another DNF. Trip had a wild ride on this one, wrecking and recovering, getting clocked by Al, and ultimately making a stop at platform 9 3/4. Well, this one's over early as both Big Al and Tommy Toots have locked up their spots in round 2. The final lap, mostly for glory, but total points could become important later in the tournament. With Al and Tommy on the inside, I think we can all pretty much guess where this one is headed. Trip is hanging with him, but falls to 3rd in turn 2. They all get spread out, and Big Al completes the 4-lap sweep, only the second driver in 21 groups to do so. We'll say goodbye to James and Trip as Tommy and Al run away with this one. On to Group 22, and it's supposed to be a sort of pop culture theme, starting out with Wendell Scott of Nick Devers Racing driving Saturday Morning, probably a reference to the Voltron cartoon decals on his 69-gram Muscle and Blown. Straight from Bikini Bottom, Sandy Cheeks is representing Dogtown Racing on Howdy Y'all, a 56-gram skate grom. Hoping this track is just like Beggar's Canyon back home, Luke Skywalker is piloting Womp Rat Wobbler, his obsolete 81-gram X34 land speeder that ever since the new XP38 came out just isn't in demand anymore. Rounding out the group, it's everybody's favorite monster hunter, Arlo of Rivia, piloting The Witcher, an 81-gram muscle and blown for Arlo Racing. Wendell and Sandy start up front, Luke and Arlo in the back. Sandy gets a good jump in the outside lane, but Wendell finally gets up to speed. They're neck and neck into two, and Wendell breaks out. Skywalker's already sideways, blocking Arlo through Echo Base. Looks like no one's challenging Wendell. Sandy will take second. There's Arlo. Ooh, little Annie. Luke has stalled. Arlo of Rivia will take third. Didn't see what ultimately happened to Skywalker, but he slid sideways all the way down the coroplast, so my guess is that was the original cause. NDR on top after one. Like his father before him, Luke will look for redemption here on lap 2. He gets a decent start, and the son of Vader is out front. Points leader Wendell back in third. Ooh, Skywalker with a massive wreck in the S, and Arlo assumes the lead. Arlo spins, and Wendell Scott makes a last-second pass to steal the victory. Arlo's second, Sandy Cheeks third. Skywalker took the lead into Echo Base, nearly rolls on the entry, then gets it done on the exit, tumbling off and across the track, taking out the champion of the Party Wagon tournament. I don't care what planet you're from, that's gotta hurt. Arlo had a back row victory in his grasp until he spins on the final straight, allowing Wendell's Voltron car to snatch the W. Wendell Scott with back-to-back wins, 3 points over Sandy and Arlo. Arlo assumes the pole for lap 3. Luke force jumps on the outside, but it's Arlo who's got the speed and the edge inside. He and Sandy get in front out of 2, and Sandy wrecks, now recovers in Echo Base, and that allows Arlo to sail ahead. He'll take a well-deserved victory. For the third time today, Skywalker has wrecked, ironically this time right next to the Arlo light hauler. This one's a triple DNF as Sandy's unable to finish, and Wendell is on his roof over in the S. Hey, even Dotson Dan has a sign now. Sandy entered Echo Base in second, rolls, then self-recovers just as Luke catches her. That was a gnarly save, too bad it didn't pay off this time. Arlo of Rivia leaps into a 1-point lead headed to lap 4. Sandy takes the pole and will pretty much need to win just to have a shot at round 2. It's a fairly even start, but Arlo gets a nose ahead and he clears Sandy in turn 2 for the lead. She's also going to have to hope Wendell wrecks, and Skywalker's off track for the 4th time today. Arlo's going to coast to the win. Ooh, Sandy takes a shot from Wendell but holds on to second. And that's going to be it for this group. Arlo and Wendell split the lap victories to advance to round 2. Congratulations to Big Al, Tommy Toots, Arlo of Rivia, and Wendell Scott. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 1 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. For like 6 more months.